16 now. This gentleman is a legendary rock star who's writing music for the Modesto Opera's new take on a horror classic.
Yeah, Tina and I chatted with Stewart Copeland, the drummer for the Police yesterday, and now operatic composer.
T, sit right here.
Kurt, are you ready here?
I'm ready.
You know him as the famous drummer from the group The Police. It is Stewart Copeland.
Yes, Stewart Copeland joining us right now. Talk about some fascinating things that are happening in Modesto this weekend.
Yes, indeed, here. Okay, so we know you as, you know, from The Police, all your music there. But all of a sudden we find out that you're a composer of operas. And you will be...
makes no sense.
Yeah, yeah, I mean, you know, you compose Edgar Allan Poe's Telltale Heart. Is that correct?
That's correct. Commissioned by the Royal Opera in London. It was I think the third of 7 operas that I've written along the way.
Goodness.
And I know it's kind of counterintuitive for a guy who's mainly known for banging stuff to actually, turns out, you know, cannot a drummer love? Cannot a drummer feel and sing with soaring melody?
Apparently.
Turns out that banging stuff is good for the soul. And but really, after 20 years as a film composer, learning how story and music work together and how to use a symphonic orchestra as well, led me to opera, which is where the composer gets to be the boss of everything.
It is fabulous because it premiered in London 2011 and then Long Beach in 2013. So I'm supposed to ask you, why is it so special for a third production with Opera Modesto?
Well, getting to a third production of anything is an accomplishment because people like to do a premiere, and doing something that is already played before means it has to be actually a good opera. And so to be here on a third iteration of it is very good news indeed.
So
it's a great piece, though. It always does go down very well.
So when somebody comes to you and says, oh, we want you to write an opera about an Edgar Allan Poe song, as you're reading the poetry, does the music start percolating in your brain? Is that how it works?
Pretty much. With Edgar Allan Poe, his language is so well punctuated, and the rhythm of he's not even writing poetry, but his writing has a great rhythm to it. So I was able to just hornswoggle it a little bit to make it rhyme and rhythm. And yes, reading it, the music just starts to flow.
Wow. Oh, wow, wow. Well, it's this weekend. It's a whole Edgar Allan Poe weekend in Modesto.
Poe-con. It's going to be amazing.
Poe-con, yeah.
Yeah. How many operas have you composed altogether, and do you have anything in the works now?
I'm beginning actually to lose count. I believe it's 7, 8 if you count oratorio, which is sort of like an opera, but it's for a giant choir rather than staged on people acting, doing dialogue. That one's called Satan's Fault. That's actually had 3 productions, and there are 2 more in the pipeline.
That's awesome.
So opera is just, has been said that opera is the most fun a composer can have with his clothes on.
Now, let me just throw this out there. We've been doing a lot of storm coverage. I think an opera about a local news team doing storm coverage would make a great show.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to take that idea to the LA Opera right now.
Okay, so it's this
news team at the desk, big screen behind them with a composer on the screen who should be actually a drummer. Oh man, it's going to run and run.
Starting to percolate, yes. It is this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, January 14th and 15th, along with Annabelle, I understand, too. So you got 2 operas to see. Starts at 2 p.m. with Opera Modesto.
Fantastic. Stewart Copeland, wait, before we go, I have to ask you one more question. The song "Da-do-do-do, da-da-da-da," did you guys have plans to put other words in there, and you were like, well, let's stick with this, and then no? It was always supposed to be that.
Sting wrote that lyric for this moment right now. You, a dignified presenter of the news, sober, you have a family, a standing in the community, and yet you were forced to say the words do, do, do.
Da-da-da-da.
Well, in my defense, I'm not sober. Thank you so much, Stewart Copeland.
Yay!
Thanks a lot.
Thanks, brother.
Wow, look at that drum set back there.
I know,
All right,
cool.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Stewart Copeland. He also looked like a professor there. I wanted to ask him what his office hours were, if I can stop him. The Golden Globe.